Hello, y'all. Today is Thursday, February 4th, 2021 at 12:03 a.m. Central Time. So, my other previous video just got done uploading after no, not just got done uploading, but like maybe a half hour ago. Just got done uploading, and I started uploading like 3:30 in the afternoon. So I wrote another short story this evening, and it pretty much helped me realize, the idea of me backsliding and stuff. It helped me realize that I strayed far away from the Bible and far away from God. Plus, I read the book of James. Even that short story helped me. It helped me realize certain things that I forgot. And the idea of you that far, that far backslidden as a result of spiritual abuse, that you're so far gone and so backslidden that you pretty much forgot how to serve God or forgot how to be a Christian or any of that. It's embarrassing, but I'm trying to get back on it. And it's like, if I can keep the scripture stuck in my head, the idea of scripture memory, Bible verses, I guess that can help, it can help heal some wounds, some psychological and mental and spiritual wounds. And it's been helping pretty much because even the book of James, spoke against the idea of judging people, like people being judgmental, judging people, and also choosing favoritism. And that helped me to feel, it was like, spiritually and mentally healing for me, despite, my struggles and what I've been going through and everything like that, and me being unfairly judged and condemned by unfair and abusive people all my life. And so I did recently read about the book of Titus, but the idea of being a Titus 2 and a Proverbs 31 woman, Proverbs 31 verses 10 through 31, and then Titus chapter 2 verses 3 through 5. And I guess there are some other scriptures in the Bible, how to carry yourself as a Christian woman. It's gonna take me some time. It's not like I'm expected to be perfect and change just right away. But I'm pretty sure we all have had our moments where we have been like vain or seemingly childish. I'm pretty sure none of us, is perfectly mature. I'm pretty sure that all of us have some childishness or immaturity in us, especially nowadays. But it's easier for a person to tell someone else something without looking at their own selves first before judging another person. Um, Sorry, I'm adjusting this right here. So I don't know. It's like me just reading, like when you read the Bible, it seems like you get fed, you get your thirst quenched, you get spiritual fresh air. You even get like a spiritual bath or shower, just like a cleansing. But it's like you gotta, I know I gotta keep at it and, try not to slack up. And I've been feeling like too ashamed with my head down, too ashamed and not good enough to pray. And I know that God doesn't hear the prayer of sinners, but I need to not let that stop me from trying to strive to get closer and just get to praying anyway and praying for change and to get better. And I see that a lot of the gang stalking perps and narcissistic abusers and fake TI perps, y'all a bunch of Satanists because I mean, y'all might think I'm being vain or childish, but I'm just pointing out that, you give somebody 10 thumbs down. 10 people gave me thumbs down on a video I did about, me trying to better myself as a Christian and targeted individual and trying to get stronger. I mean, I'm thankful, I'm glad for the 4 people who gave me a thumbs up. But not that I'm crying about the thumbs down in this video. I'm just saying that, wow, there are really some people who don't want to see you heal, don't want to see you get better. They want you to stay down. And then those are the same people who complain about that you complain too much. Or they complain about how you just negative Nancy, petty Betty, and Debbie Downer. But then you have a problem with and frown at somebody's attempt or for to be in their heart to want to try to make changes and improve and better themselves. And that's the thing right there with gang stalking perps when when you're a targeted individual trying to improve and better your life and they're there to try to stop it or try to hinder what you're trying to do. But I have to remember the Bible scripture of no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And that's in the book of Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 54:17. And the fake IDMR cult, see, they never taught, I don't recall them ever teaching us that scripture. A lot of scriptures they didn't teach us. And so, you'd be amazed trying, to get more into the word and into the Bible and stuff like that. And then I have to realize, even though all of us are sinners, but I have to remind myself that I am not the problem. It's not me who's the problem. Even though, narcissistic perps want to try to, make you think you're the problem. Or like everything you do or say is just wrong. And they just want to eliminate and get rid of you. But if I try on my own to try to get a job and then that gets blocked, and I try another avenue, that gets blocked. Try to get housing, that gets blocked. Try this, that gets blocked. And then I get totally blamed. And then look at you and judge you and condemn you, saying that you're such a pitiful person. Oh, look at her. She just, she's just a freeloader. She's lazy. She don't want to work. She make excuses for everything. And she just, this, she's that. And while the whole time when they're trying to deliberately block you from trying to just, not even trying to get anything successful, but just basic survival and independently and on your own, and you're not allowed to try to do things for yourself and by yourself. And it's like I can't even, it's like I got to deal with strangers babysitting me while I'm trying to take out the trash. But, if I make a mistake, I'm made to feel like the most horrible and the worst person, in the world. And so if I'm made to feel like the worst person in the world, and they make it like as if I'm condemned and like there's no room for me to correct my mistakes. And people don't say, if it's unintentional and you learn your lesson, they don't even say, it's okay, better next time, you'll do better next time. No, they'll just crush you and attack you and condemn you like it's the end of the world. And like there's no chance for improvement or change with anything. So that's like, and wow, what I said currently flows into, it just smoothly flows into the next topic. Because I asked a question about whether or not authors, how often or do they ever use, either their name or not even their name, but if they use their real name in a book, and like if you've been an author, like if you ever use your real name in a fiction book as a character, or even, say if you use your real name or use yourself, but have different personality characters and traits and everything, and different scenarios, or if you use everything about yourself but then use a fictionalized name or a different name or anything about yourself. So then, lo and behold, I did not realize that would end up being like divine. Wow, it's like the idea of being devoured and attacked, and making like it's a big taboo or a big no-no to do something like that, or only childish people or only rookie authors would do something like that. Well, I am a rookie author. I'm an indie and rookie, and I'm new. And then they're trying to say, that you'll for sure get your stuff tossed to the trash. Well, shucks, I got shorts. I got stuff. That's why I prefer to do my own thing. I don't want to go to publishers. I'd rather just publish myself and just do it myself. That way I can be just free to express, my personal creativity, art and artwork, and just my total free expression, rather than it being controlled by other people. And then they want to control it and then it's like when I was looking into trying, that's one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel about the targeting, and I want to write some books and stuff. And I didn't realize, people trying to make it like there's no such thing as self-publishing. And they probably were perps telling me that, trying to tell me there is no such thing as self-publishing. And then trying to tell me that I have to get an illustrator, I have to get an editor, I have to do all these things. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do it that way. And just like I don't want to deal with, the so-called, targeted individual community, the so-called Christian community. I don't want to deal with the so-called writing community, because, the fake TI perps, and then the so many the professed Christians, there are a whole bunch of witches and warlocks and New Agers and Freemasons and occultists and gang stalking perps who masquerade as Christians. Like they had a person who was a fake TI perp come on my page and just plaster all my videos was not all every single last video, but a lot of my recent videos he tried to plaster with perp comments. And so I had to block him. But I'm like, you have a And then another person called him out, but then he was acting like a fake TI perp as well, and I had to block both of them. So like, come on, like both of y'all trying to perp me, and then one calls out the so-called Christian one. Well, both of them were supposedly Bible believers, but then there was another fake TI perp who calls himself a metaphysician, but he falsely accused me of getting paid by Google to do so many videos. Google don't pay me nothing at all, you know. So the only payments I get, any donations, now it's every now and then, donations plus the stimulus check, my social security check, my SSI check, and yeah, my couple of little royalties. That $21.77 plus $3.37 from my little books, way from November. But Google doesn't pay me anything. I don't perp nobody. I don't get paid to perp nobody, and I don't care to become a perp. But I figure that the fake TI perps and it's like the fake TI perps and regular perps when they do their smear campaigns and lies. They falsely accuse you of doing stuff that's mainly stuff that you don't do, that they trying to get you to do, or that they want you to do. I refuse to participate in any rituals or sacrifices. I'm not selling out. My soul is not for sale. And I'm going to keep talking about it. Because, y'all ain't going to falsely accuse me of something I know I never did. I have a right to defend myself, and me defending myself does not mean I'm guilty. This place costs $40 a night. I use my Social Security and SSI yesterday, to pay for it. But I also had some help, with many days here. And thanks for the help. I mean, I appreciate it. So back to the writing stuff, I just don't want anybody, and that's what my issue was in 2019, and that's why I got frustrated and just started a doggone YouTube channel, because somebody, and a person named Mary Jane Byarm, and I don't know what the hell she's mixed with, but she travels the whole world, and I think she's a travel blogger, and I don't know if I don't think she's fully black, but she's mixed, definitely mixed. But she's been traveling to like a whole bunch of different countries, and she, encouraged people to just start a YouTube channel, but she made it sound like it was so easy. But then come to find out, I heard people say she sold her soul to the devil. So it's like I don't want to do that, but I'm just trying to get my truth out there about things. And yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, a thought came across my mind to do a book that's not very long, but more like, and it's not an autobiography, but a book on how complex PTSD has affected my life, and how I'm dealing with it and stuff like that. But I don't want to mention any names in particular in this book. I just want to talk things generally. Oh, so yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that it was against authors to write books about their own character. I mean, that themselves, any traits about themselves in a character. But I figured that I mainly write about what I know, and it's very difficult to write about things that I don't know or that I haven't experienced. And plus, this is part of my healing and me, relieving my pain, and writing things out, whether it's fictionalized or real. And plus, when I was younger, in school, elementary school and stuff like that, I've dealt with a lot of teachers having us read books where authors had throughout school period, where teachers have us read a book where authors would you know an author would make themselves a character in a book, like Toni Morrison, The Bluest Eye. Y'all remember that? I thought I remember hearing that she put herself, in that character. And I think also Zora Neale Hurston as well. So some of these, so I don't know why they make it like it's a big, terrible crime or a sin in the writing community to or they think it's just a silly idea when authors, even successful authors, have done such a thing. But I won't do it in every book, or every short story, and I don't. But how am I going to write about St. Louis, Missouri if I've never been there? I mean, maybe I can, but I write about things that I've been familiar with. But people try to say, what's the reason why people don't want to hear you write about yourself as a character is because nobody wants to hear about a real person. They would rather hear about, well, it's a fiction story, but it's like me using like the Catland story. I use my own, the short story. I use my own name, and the big fiction book and the short story series of the big fiction book, I've been using myself as a character but under a different name. And I've said that, but I didn't realize it was considered wrong or breaking the law. Who's gonna take me to jail? The most punishment they're making, like nobody will buy your books. But somebody will show interest. Who are you with that authority to say that nobody will buy your books? Somebody will, even if it's just one person. Just like y'all get on my case for generalizing. So if I say nobody likes me, I get attacked and devoured and be like, oh yeah, you need to stop generalizing. Because somebody likes you. So let me get off here. I'm a little late because it's 12:26. So I'm going to try to make sure I go to bed now. So thanks for listening. I love y'all, and bye.